I feel like I just became a feminist. I didn't even realize I was that way. I'm not. I think women have a role to play, and I think that I'm a little bit traditional in that sense, because with my ex-husband, I wasn't that way, and I was very dominating. And I feel like I broke his soul in a sense, because I just wanted, I'm a control freak, and I think that my way's always the best. And, you know, but I learned that you cannot take that from a man. A man has a role and a woman has a role. Nowadays, women can do amazing things. They've always been able to do amazing things. Hi, Momo. But other than just raising kids and staying at home, I think women that are in power and that are strong are beautiful women. I think women that are not in their power and are at home and think about being in their power are also beautiful women. I think everybody has something to offer. And I don't want to piss off, because I think my last reading, I got a little bit upset over a stupid fucking comment. I don't like people saying those things to me, because I know what I am and I know what I'm not. I don't know if people know what they are and what they're not, but I do. I really do. And I like that about myself. You know, I don't even know what this says. Oh, I think that's my shit. Wouldn't you guys love to know? You guys can just push pause and read it. Let's go stand here con my orumila. Yeah. So I think that that's wrong. I think that like I said, if you take it personal, then that sounds like a personal problem, because I'm not talking to any one person. I just want people to see what they say. You know what I mean? I think it's important to know what we're doing and how we affect people. And I learned that from a client of mine. The one time I was told that I affect people more than I think, that the things I say affect people. And I had no idea. I didn't realize that I was that. I don't think I am. I still don't think I am. I don't see myself that way. Sorry, I might have flipped the phone. I'm so sorry if the camera's out of, I don't know what I did. But I don't see myself that way. I don't like to fight with people. I've been in a lot of abusive relationships. I've had my ass beat. I've also fought back. But I wasn't always that way. You know what I mean? I used to just sit there and let them beat the fuck out of me, until finally one day I started to hit back. I'm sorry, Orula. I'm sorry. I can't cuss in front of him. But anyhow. So, having said that, if you've taken offense to what I said, then, you know, this is one thing where a sponsor is very helpful, because you kind of learn to take criticism. You kind of learn to not get offended when somebody says something about you, because they are a mirror of you, okay? And if I said something and it offends a reader, which I hope it doesn't, if it offends you, then maybe you should take a moment. And this is something I was taught, okay? I'm not a condescending bitch. I don't want to cuss in front of my own. I'm not a condescending person. So I'm telling you the things that I've been taught, because I used to also get very offended, and I still do. I still take things very personal sometimes. I still get very sensitive. I still get fucking with my panties get in a bunch sometimes. I don't have a problem admitting that. I'm a fucking female. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay, I can't keep cussing. I'm a female. Of course I'm going to get sensitive over things sometimes. But if I've offended you, then instead of going crazy, then why don't you maybe think about what I said? Because it's true. I don't talk from a place to hurt people. I'm not that kind of a human being. I'm a good person. I have a good soul. I know I do. And I've been told that by some people that have dark, dark souls. And they still liked mine. Okay? And I can still sit in a room with them and be comfortable, because their darkness doesn't bother me. And I'm not talking about their skin. I'm talking about the soul. Their darkness in their soul doesn't bother me, because I have the same darkness as well. But I also have a lighter side of me, okay? And I don't do things to hurt people, and I don't say things to offend people. And I'm not saying that every reader... I can't read the cards. I'm not that good at it. Los caracoles no es igual, okay? That doesn't require... It's great if you are intuitive, but it doesn't require intuition. Se tiran, and they each... There's so many meanings that are connected to each pattern. It's different. Do you understand? The cards is a skill. I can't do that. I could, pero me cuesta mucho trabajo. And there's some readers here that it seems to be very natural to them from what I see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to go around and praise somebody that I don't really know. You know, it's not like I know them personally. I wouldn't know. But I do hear everybody focus on the karmic and the karmic and the karmic. The poor karmic. You don't think I've been up against a karmic before? A karmic stole my husband. She stole my happiness. But I had to accept it. She is a rotten piece of... Yeah. She is. She's a piece of work. But I've been the karmic as well. I've begun as the divine feminine. I think, like I said, I don't really know the terms. I don't understand. I was talking to the love of my life earlier today. Very special person in my life. I'm not with this man, but he's still a love of my life. This is an amazing human being as well. I mean, this man is, if I'm not even on my worst day, do I come close? You know, that man is proof that Christ does love me. Because if not, I wouldn't be put with such an amazing human being in my life. I wouldn't deserve it. Okay? So it's not very Christ-like when people come at me and tell me I'm a dope fiend, which is actually, from what that's a pretty, that's like calling dope shit. My husband did that once, and that's how I knew that he was more personally involved with something than I thought. Because you don't call things a certain name unless you've had it in your hands. You know what I mean? But I've never been called that on here, and I've never been told that by a sponsor. When a sponsor reaches out, I know, because I've given many phone numbers out to people that needed help. They don't attack you like that. This person is very confused. Seems like you wear the instability much better than I do. There's nothing unstable about me at all. I've been in therapy for a long time. I've had to let out a lot of issues. I've carried a lot of crosses that were not mine. Okay? I've been the divine feminine. I know that for a fact. And I've been the karmic many times. And it alternates. Depending on where I'm at in life, where I'm at in my healing. Do I get to be either or? That's for every woman. But to sit there and focus on the bad of this one woman, then you are just disempowering another woman. You're breaking down another woman. And that's why the world is so ugly today. That's why women cannot team up. Because we learn to hate each other as opposed to just cheer each other on. If it wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. If you can't look at yourself and see what you did to cause it as well. Because it's always easy to point a finger at somebody, at him, at her. It's always easy to do that. It takes a lot of balls to be able to say, this is what I did wrong. This is what I got to fix about myself. A love spell's a cop-out. It is. But this is a job. When my husband left, I had to fucking survive. I had to survive for my kid, you know? So I did. I'm good at something and I do it. Because I have to survive. Because that's the divine feminine in me that comes out. Ese es el ogún que sale. That I can do what I do. You know what I mean? But it takes a big, big person to be able to look in the mirror and admit to what you did wrong and where you fell short. And to accept that you may have lost something that's going to cause you a little bit of pain for a while. Because I had to look at my son once and tell my son, this is going to take me a while to get over. And it was painful. It still is. I would love my husband to come back. I would love to be with my husband. I never wanted to be his ex-wife. I wanted to be his wife for the rest of my life. Didn't work out that way. A karmic, if you may want to call it, or maybe she's the divine feminine. I don't know. I'm not going to break my head trying to figure out who's who. It is what it is. Just like there's a lack of accountability in that. And it's a lot of shade that's being thrown at another woman. And it just, to me, it just sounds, I mean, when are people going to just be accountable for things? When is that going to happen? When are they just going to be able to put in the work to do the healing that needs to be done? And maybe you just have a little bit of faith that that wasn't for you. That although it hurts, because I know it hurts, trust me, nobody knows pain like I do. I know it hurts. And I know it feels like the world's going to end. And I know it feels like you will never find somebody like that. And you might not. You might not find anybody just like that person that was taken from you, that you weren't ready for. But you will find somebody. You will. There is something else for you. At that moment, you don't see it. But it doesn't give anybody the right to badmouth the karmic, because she's just defending something that she also wants. I'm not talking about whether it's a fair fight or not, because it probably wasn't. It probably, when a bitch gets involved with a married man, that's not a fair fight. It's not. But it doesn't make a difference. It's what are the facts and what can you do? So, Mr. Sponsor, what would be the perfect solution there? The serenity prayer, you think? Right? You see, I know what I'm saying. But I don't think it's right that people go around and say there's no label. Every woman is a divine feminine. They're beautiful things. It's crazy. How dare anybody try to take that from somebody and make them feel we're human. We're only human because we have to be. We could be something else, I'm sure we would. Bye.